All right. Can you guys see me? Can you hear anything? Are we back? Is it still working? Are we back? Can you guys hear me? Can you see me? All right. Well, folks, I'm sorry about that. That was unfortunate. But let's see. Let's go back to sharing the screen. And I don't know what happened there, but we will go ahead and get this started again. Uh, All right, good. All right, folks. So again, I don't know how much you saw, but I've been out on a motorcycle trip the last couple of weeks. I'm back. No more trips planned, so should be able to concentrate a little more on all the combat commander stuff. So, all right. So everybody's back. It looks like it's cool. Everything seems to be working. So, yes, Paul, I'm back. I'm alive. So, all right. So, with that being said, I don't know if anybody had a heart attack, but that was pretty funny. And I know I did because I was trying to figure out what was going on. So, all right, let's get started here. So, the next thing I want to talk about is, um, we all got the information about the war room and the the separation of everybody there. I was as surprised as you guys were. It was, you know, I've got a couple thoughts on this, right? So the first thing we want to talk about is change can be good, and it's hard to do a show weekly like that. I would imagine. I mean, it's hard enough for me to do a half an hour, just coming up with new topics and everything. That's why I'm always asking you guys to help with that sort of thing and help out. But the thing I'm looking at is the good news for this is there may be more content from more sources, right? So it looks like Gesture's going to keep going with his show. It, I would almost bet that Ruff and Nate may be coming back to do something on their own, which would be really cool. I'm going to step up and try to do again a weekly show. I won't be able to do it on the weekends. It's just I try to leave that time for my family and my wife. It's hard enough to tune in on a Saturday. Plus, I like football and that sort of thing. But I think Thursday nights are going to be the thing for me. And I may go to an hour, as I've had some people requesting that we go to an hour. But I'll let you guys decide on that and tell me what you're thinking about there. Um, I did see where Gesture is going to be not having three guest hosts. He may just have one host at a time. I do know I will be on the War Room on the 20th. It will be just he and I. It's hard to get that chemistry together, and they really do have it, which is a shame on why it's not really working out, because I do think that the three of those guys really do have a good chemistry going on. And I really do think that they it's a great show. And I think part of the fun of the whole thing is the people hanging out in the comments. And so I'd really like to, when I'm doing it this Saturday, I really want to make sure people are participating in the comments, because I want to feed off that and kind of do those sorts of things. So tell me what you guys think. What do you think when you heard the news? Um, we want to wish the best for all parties, right? We know that could be a hard situation. And with that being said, I want to wish everybody a good time. I want to make sure they're all good. Uh, it's only a podcast or a video, so I mean, it's not like it's the end of the world. It would be cool to have it continue, but I understand, what that is. Christoph, the three hosts together, they did have something magical, and they were all different in their approach. I get that. That's what was really cool about the show. And the war room's going to be tough to replace, just because, like you said, the three of them had some good banter. Um, I also understand that it was probably very hard to come up with a new subject every week and that sort of thing. But I would hope that they uh, continue to do that. Um, And then the last thing is, look, we should all respect their privacy. If they want to let us know what happened, then they'll let us know. If not, let's just take it and move on from there. I agree, Coy. It is the quickest 2 hours of the week, and they were doing something right? There's just because it was just, I mean, their whole chemistry and the way they bantered back and forth, rough. Nate added a cool thing to it. Jester was Jester, right? So he always kind of had the little devil on his shoulder there, and so I always thought that was going pretty good. Dave, yeah, I think that's what Jester would like to do. I do know he had Phoenix on last week. This on the 13th, he's having somebody else. I know I'm on there on the 20th. So hopefully you guys know who I am and you can put up with me for a couple hours. But again, it's going to be really tough to duplicate that. And I just wish them all the best. And that's all I'm going to say there. Again, I'm going to be doing a show that's not the War Room. It's just a thing to have on Saturday. So I don't expect to have 90 people in there like the War Room does. I just hope a few of you stop by. And like I said, my biggest thing is I think it'd be kind of cool to get everybody in the comments and, just have another great Saturday talking about war games. That's always fun. Yeah, they all three work together so well that again, it's just one of those things that it's sad, but things happen and things change, and we'll move on. So, speaking of moving on, I've got on the table. So the trench raid, I will be doing another YouTube mission tomorrow. We've already lost Ruff, so that was tough as he drowned in some mud. But we'll be moving on with that. So I'll be adding other people to the campaign when we can. And then Jeff Davis, I actually have moved that to Vassal, so we'll be able to start playing that. But you'll start seeing some of that because I think what I'll do is I'll do some lives while I'm playing Vassal with that too, so everybody can kind of see what's going on there. But that's what's happening right now on the table. Again, we're going to do not the War Room. I want to make people understand I'm not trying to replace the War Room. And it's just one of those things I'm going to do for 1 week. Jester gave me a blessing, as did Nate. So I'm happy going forward with that. And we'll be talking about what tools make your war game experience better. And so why don't you guys think about that a little bit? What do you use extra that may not come with the game that helps your games easier to play and better and that sort of thing? So make sure you guys let me know about that. So again, poor Ruff is gone, but we still have everybody else in the fray here for the YouTube edition of Trench Raid. I will be starting also a late night gaming session of Flashpoint China Sea. It's a kind of a Twilight Struggle light type-ish game. And but I'll be doing that in the other room because I think I explained to you guys this room here kind of goes into the house, and my wife goes to bed early. She's a teacher, wakes up early. So if I'm out here talking in chat and trying to do a live, it would keep her awake. So I will be going to the other room and doing it that way. So just to let you guys stay tuned for that. Yes, folks, check this out. So British Take Ace came into the mail. Finally got it. I don't know about you guys, but I love wrong one. Sorry. I love these games, narrative-driven games. It looks like a lot of fun. I really I'll be doing an unboxing, but boy, I really like the layout of these games. Greg Smith does an awesome job, and the rules don't look too crazy hard. Looks like there's 20, 30 pages, and a lot of that's not rules. Looks like you can get into it reading 25 pages of rules. So really looking forward to that. Looking forward to jumping into that as well as it's I love Western Front Ace and American Tank Ace. So those are all very cool. Christoph, I think you would like to like Trench Raid, and you're right. It's quick and easy to play. Very easy to learn, and it's kind of cool having the replayability that it has. But again, I'm also looking for the same thing. I know British Tank Ace also will be. They'll also have a Facebook page, and they're going to be doing some campaigns on that as well. Let's see. Well, 32 rolls of toilet paper may be needed, but probably not nearly as fun as British Tank Ace. That's pretty funny. I hate when that happens, right? When you think you're getting something and something else shows up. I know at our house here, we get something all the time, right? Seems like things are bouncing in and out of here all the time. So, hey, so one of the things I want to talk about is, and today's topic is kind of, there are certain games that have some really cool rules to them. And what are some of the cool rules that you got? So a couple things. I love chit pool games, right? I think that they're great. I really enjoy playing those games. I think they lend well to solo playability. I like rules that are that kind of add some surprise to the game. So I know a lot of you guys may not play Combat Commander, but I play in the ladder, and this month's game is in the Pacific. And I was rereading some of the rules, and in the Pacific, there's a rule here. In fact, first, let's check and see what everybody's talking about. The ticker's blowing up here. I have British Tank A, hopefully not too long. Yeah, I think you're going to really enjoy Trench Raid, and if you've played any of the other Gregory Smith games like Western Front Ace or American Tank Ace, you're going to really, really like that. Stuka, Stuka Joe. Yeah, boy, I don't know about some of you guys. I know that it seems like, especially over the pond, it takes a little while to get the stuff in the mail. They sent me my shipping thing on Monday, and I got it today. So not to brag or anything, but I did get mine in today. Let's see. Today I set up Wolf. Yeah. So, Christoph, you and I need to sit down. So I will be reaching out to you tomorrow. Let's get together and start playing games again. But I need to reach out. I need to play this game, but I'd really like to sit down and play it with somebody, or at least have somebody kind of walk me through it. For some reason, my head's not wrapping around it. So maybe you could help me out with that. I know Mike has reached out to me as well, so maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll get together where we play a campaign with Mike and you and I, and a couple people can play. I knew what you meant, Stuka. Oh, hey, Stuka Joe. One thing I want to say is I don't know if you've inspired this, because you were the first person I saw that had done this in the past. But I love the fact that people are putting these cards in the games that walk you through how to set things up and play the game. Western Front Ace does it, but I know you had done it in like RAF. But man, I really like this idea, and I'm so cool. I'm so glad that people are doing that, because I think it really helps play the game and set things up. But like I said, I know you had done some cards for RAF, which, by the way, folks, is an amazing game. And that's where I first had run into it. And, so I really do thank you for doing all that. It's also fun battling each other too. So, and we're going to talk about that too. I'm kind of mad at you, Christoph, because you're firing me up here in a couple things, but we'll talk about that a little more later. Back to cool rules. So there's one thing in Combat Commander, you have to have a revive card too. So if somebody gets broke, you have to have a revive card to unbreak them and move them along, right? Well, in Combat Commander in the Pacific, you can have, the Japanese can be under a posture of Banzai. So there's usually like attack, defend, the recon, those sorts of things. But in Pacific, they have this Banzai posture. And what's really cool with this is, so you can have a ton of people broke, and they can't play. They're out. You think that they're out. You don't have a big revive card, but if you get a charge card, you can play that card, and automatically everybody becomes good, and they start going forward. And all the suppress markers are removed, rally, all are rallied, and then they automatically go to a move order and they start moving forward. Now, the bad thing is the defender can fire automatically, doesn't have to play a card or anything, right? So there's a lot of op fire goes on. But whenever somebody gets eliminated, like the Banzai people get eliminated, they don't die. They go right back to the turn board. So the next turn they pop right back into the game. And so it's one of those rules that just, I know it drives some people crazy because they can't control it, but it is one of those rules that really make things a lot of fun to play in the game. And so I just thought I would bring that up, and it's just something that's really cool. What's a cool rule that you guys like? What do you guys like? In what games do you guys like certain rules? Let's see what this says here. We've got what did Dave say? I missed it. Let's go back up here. Well, you guys are quick today on the show. Well, first Stuka Joe said, "Yeah, I made the first ones on RAF." I mean, kudos to you, sir. That was they're amazing, and I'm glad you inspired other people to do that, because it really makes it easy to play. And yes, you're right. Stuka Joe is a gift to the hobby. I probably would have crashed and burned on New Cold War without the long teaching. Yeah, so I've started watching that too, and yeah, Stuka is he's great. He probably gets tired of all of us talking great about him, but Stuka's the man, and he has set the bar for content creators, and I really do appreciate that. He's one of the people that got me started in this for sure. Yeah, so I want to hear you guys' thoughts on that game as well. Bill came in from from Missouri, so welcome, Bill. And then let's see what we got here. Well, we appreciate you stopping by, Bill. The snafu mechanic in BCS is brilliant, simple. Yeah, so I have heard that, and I've heard that it's a lot of fun and adds a little excitement to the game, so that's really cool. But again, it's just really, I just like rules that just kind of make a game not as predictable as it could be, and so I really do like that. I love the fact that again, and I love Combat Commander, so it's one of those things that is just I love playing that game anyhow as it is. So now we're going to get to Christoph here and why I'm mad at Christoph. So, and I'm not really mad at Christoph. It's just Christoph posted some images. In fact, this image here is one of the images from his site, from his Facebook post, and it is about Red Strike. And Red Strike, so I don't know about you guys. I've never been one to play modern warfare games, and I know this is set in 1989, so it's not that modern, but you kind of get the gist. First of all, what would be a good series to start off to play modern warfare games? What do you guys think is a good game to start off with? I know Christoph is Red Strike, easy to get into. What do you think about it? Now, the only problem that I have with this, with Red Strike, is they want to. It's $175. That's a lot of cash, and I don't think I'll be paying that anytime soon. I would love to have the game, but before I kind of break out and do something like that, I want to make sure that it's something that I would like to play. So can you play it solo? Again, I need to do a lot more research on it, just because it's one of those things that that's a pretty big investment, right? And then also looking at BGG, is it looks like Um, it looks like that there's people like the game, right? A 8.9 rating, um, 2 to 6 players. It gets some great reviews. So again, and VUCA games are just great to look at. I really do. I really do like the look of that. And so yeah. So Christoph, you made me now. I got to start thinking about another game, and and that dice tower is the bomb, right? Really do like that. I've got a dice tower that came with the Rocket Chickamauga. I need to build that. It's a little cardboard thing. I need to build that and see what that looks like. But again, I think I wouldn't mind getting into a modern warfare game. I just don't want to spend $175 to do it. So tell me what game you guys would like to that would be a good game to start off as a modern warfare game, and let me know what you guys think. And Dave, yeah, I would not have an idea with that. So let's see what else Dave says. Yeah, see, and that's the thing. I downloaded the rules. I got the rules online, and I started reading them. I'm just thinking there's got to be probably a little easier curve game to get into for modern warfare. So I don't know. I know. God, I can't even. There's a Poland game and I forget the names, a Next Strike series or something. I don't know, but maybe that's something that I need to look at that and figure that out. But I know it's just one of those things that I would like to do that, but I just want to. Yeah, see, I don't. These modern games are crazy, right? And then Paul, yeah, that's a hard one to explain to my wife. And I look, even if she didn't care, but that's just a lot of money, right? Next War series, that's what I'm talking about. So when we talk about the Next War series, um, I've seen that played at some of the conventions, and yeah, there it is, the Next War series, and I would think that the complexity level is a little lower, but these you can kind of come by not as nearly as expensive. Looks like eBay Noble Knight $75. You know, so that's a little. The price of admission is a little easier to digest when it comes to that. But again, it's just one of those things that I'm looking at, trying to figure out if I want to dive into that pool. Christoph says, if you play a game multiple times, and you want to play the game more than once, Red Strike is a good game. Oh, you're doing fine, buddy. I don't know what Dutchy means. You speak better English than half the people I know. So, um, yeah, I like the game. I love the setup. You made it look really cool. Really, the pictures you took were great, except for that weird, funky dice tower of yours. I'm just kidding, but yeah. So it's kind of funny. But I am thinking about getting into that. So Dave says, let's see. Dave said Red Dragon Green Crescent. So I don't know if I've even heard of that Red Dragon. Let's look that up. Red Dragon Green Crescent. 2012 game, it looks like. Yep, a little lower scale. Let's see what the price of that looks like. Doesn't have a price. So I'll have to look at Noble Knight for that. I know some people get frustrated when I don't enlarge the screen. So let me look at this and see what that looks like. Yeah, so that looks interesting. Counters, okay. Yep, so I may have to try that then. That may be something that I'll have to look at and see what's going on there. I get it. I get it, Christoph. That's funny. And oh, and they redid it in 2024. Okay, cool. So yeah, I'll have to look into that. Lock and load. I'm not sure if they do. So that's another. So that's one company I do not own any of their games. I don't own one lock and load game. I think I got scared off a few years back when I was reading all the stuff that they were having some issues delivering games, and I don't know, they were incomplete or something like that. But it's just yeah. So I just never jumped into the lock and load camp. It looks like they have some pretty good stuff. I need to probably do that. You know, another one that I don't really play a lot of is DVG games, and I don't know why either. I know Flight Leader, you know, all those flight games and all that sort of thing. I don't play those either. So I probably need to look more. I need to broaden my horizon, as they say, with that. But you know, we'll see. Stuka Joe says one thing is modern warfare and hypothetical modern games. I usually buy magazine games from Modern Com. Yeah, that's probably a good idea, Stuka, and also I've kind of dove into the magazine thing. I kind of stayed away from those for a while, but I've kind of jumped into that pool, and I really do like the way, especially now, some of the games are really, really good, and really, you know, they're a lot of fun to play. Sorry, um, but didn't like it. Yeah, so again, I'm gonna have to look at that. But right now, I still got more stuff on my shelf that I know what to do with. You know, it's kind of funny when you know you look at my shelf back there, and it's only one shelf, and it's got stuff stacked on, but there's probably 10 games on there I haven't played. So I probably need to just jump into that and play those a little bit more. Um, you know, just kind of get into that. I have been. I do know I've got the new RAF. I want to break that out after Stuka Joe reminded me about that. I do want to play RAF again. I'm almost done. I've got 3 more games on my War Room challenge thing there. So hopefully I'll be able to play that a little bit more. But right now I'm really enjoying some solo games. I'm still playing Advanced Squad Leader Starter Kit on Vassal. I'm also playing Combat Commander, and I would like to play. I just finished another game of Paths of Glory on Vassal, so I may be starting another one of those. I really love Paths of Glory. I love that game. And well, folks, I've been chatting for about 33 minutes now, 34 minutes. So just to recap, Christoph, what 4 games do you have? Is there something that we could play together? That'd be that. I'm always up for something like that. So again, let's just to recap. We'll have a show. I'm back in town now, so every Thursday we'll have a show. Next Thursday will be a recorded show, just because I have a pre-engagement already, and after that, then on Saturday I'll be doing a not the War Room show, but I hope you guys all jump in for that. Yeah, Stuka, I would love to be that good of a show. We all aspire to do that. I know. Realistically, I'm not there yet. I keep trying though. So, and you guys have been a great support. So I keep trying and doing that. So just hang in there with me. Again, if you haven't, most of you guys have subscribed. But if you know somebody who hasn't subscribed to the channel, go do that. And really do appreciate it. But I hope to see you guys on Saturday. And again, go check out my Facebook group, Cardboard Commander. We're getting a lot of traction on there as well. And then, you know, go check out the YouTube channel. So, folks, I guess I will see you all hopefully on Saturday. We had about 25 people in here at one time, so that's pretty good for me. I really do appreciate that. Tell me what you guys would like to see. Tell me what you want to talk about. Tell me what we should, but I really do need your support for Saturday. Let's see, Anthony, you should play 10 games that you haven't played. Save up your money during that time. Yep, you're exactly right. So I do not have, well, I take that back. I do have some pre-orders coming, but I'm not purchasing anything else new. So we'll be playing that. Stuka, yes, we will be seeing you later tonight as well. I do know, I think it's tonight, right? Yeah. So I want to check that out, and looking forward to that. And again, as always a good thing there. Well, okay. So you know what, Christoph? Maybe I'll plan on that. I'll try an hour show. Um, we'll try and see if we'll see if that works. Um, like I said, I'll have to come up with some ideas. So I'll ask you guys to help me with that. But maybe next Thursday on my recorded show, I'll try to do an hour, and then the next week we'll have a live, and I'll do an hour from there too. So, Stuka, we'll see you on Saturday. I appreciate you, buddy. And all right, folks, we're going to go ahead and get out of here. I appreciate all of you. Thanks for coming by. Until next time, everybody, be safe, be kind. Happy wargaming.